The Star Turtles. Chapter 1. Lucia was a curious young girl who loved to explore the amazing world around her. One summer night, as she was lying in her garden gazing up at the stars, she noticed something very strange. The stars seemed almost to be moving, not just twinkling, almost dancing. Lucia sat straight up and rubbed her eyes, whilst trying to make sense of what she was seeing. And then, that's when she saw it for the first time. A shooting star that looked like... Could it be a flying turtle? Well, Lucia couldn't believe her eyes. She sat in silence. She had always seen the stars as just tiny specks of light in the distant sky. Some even said that they were planets, but now she knew the truth. They were actually flying turtles. Surely this was too strange to be true. Without hesitation, she sprang up and decided to follow one of these shooting stars to see where it would lead her. As she ran down the garden path and out of the front gate, she looked upward at the lights and the trails. Soon she was through the nearest field and into the forest. She gazed between the branches as the star turtle swooped and soared through the air, seemingly leaving trails of sparkles behind itself. It seemed to know that it was being followed. After what seemed like an eternity, the turtle led Lucia to a secret clearing deep in the heart of the woods. She thought she knew every inch of the wood, but this place was new. In the center of this space, there rested a whole family of star turtles, their shells glistening against the dark backdrop of the trees, and each one appeared more beautiful and colorful than the last. Truly, something magical was happening. At first, she just watched them, but then bravely she approached them and introduced herself. They were not at all surprised by her presence. She had many questions, and they listened, and they answered them all. The turtles seemed very friendly and spoke slowly with deep tones in the manner of ones who knew well what they spoke about. They not only had the power of flight, but also the gift of languages and the wisdom with it. She learned that each turtle had its own unique personality and abilities, and that they were responsible for bringing light and magic into the nighttime world. Also, she learned that not all were gifted with the ability to see them. As the night wore on, Lucia knew she had to leave the star turtles and return home, for she too had a family who, if she were late home, would be worried. But she promised to come back and visit them again very soon. They parted cordially, and Lucia raced back down the forest path. Later that night, she lay down in her bed, feeling in awe for the magical world that she had just discovered. Like a dream, but not a dream at all. And as she closed her eyes, she knew that her adventures with the star turtles were only just beginning.